So hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm here today to work the polls.
Awesome. I'm working the poll today too.
Hello, we are here at a voting place, a place to vote, and we're gonna ask some people some questions. This is election day. Here we go. All right, so let me just start this off. I'll just social distance for you. So first of all, did you vote?
Yes, I did.
And was it good? Did you like it?
Excellent. Very quick, painless.
All right, thank you. How do you feel about the candidate you voted for?
Very strong. He's a good candidate. He's done a great job the last 4 years. I voted for democracy.
How's it going, sir?
Good, thank you.
It's voting day. Did you just vote?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. And how do you think it went in there?
It went smooth and it was easy to do. I just walked in and voted, and that's the end of it.
It was very well done. The process was quick. Didn't take long at all.
Yes, it was very easy to do. I came at 7 o'clock this morning, and there was a long line. I think people wanted to go before they went to work, so I decided to come back at this time, 11 o'clock in the morning. No line at all, so I commend Sandwich for making it easy for everybody.
It
Very
was
smoothly.
very good.
Yeah, they're doing a good job in there.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, they did a great
People are
job
doing
in and
great.
out very quickly, and they took care of everything, and very clean and very organized.
Did you vote?
I did vote today.
Did you enjoy voting?
The voting process is made very easy.
Yeah, it flowed well. They had it all laid out well thought out.
And so how's this whole process today been going for you?
Well, we had about, off the top of my head, 60% voted early, either at wing school or via mail or drop it off at the clerk's office. And yet, we've had a steady flow, as you've seen, and it's nice to see.
Now, how do you feel about the state of things?
You know, I'm not really a big fan of Charlie Baker. I think shutting down everything, bad for the economy. You see a lot of restaurants in Boston, a lot of famous restaurants going out of business. It's just a bad thing.
Well, I'm hoping after today the state will improve, not only in Massachusetts, but across the country. We've had 4 years of insanity, and it's time to get back to some normalcy.
It's not good right now with the pandemic and the economy. So hopefully there'll be a vaccine soon, and we can get back to business.
One way or another, however the election turns out, I think everyone should know and remind themselves that in 4 years we get to do it again. And so it shouldn't be no matter what, I think people should really just remind themselves that there's always after this, so it's not the end of the world.
Always 4 more years after that. Another 4 more years and another until the end.
It's the beauty of generations of voting.
I see you got a big flag. Are you're really excited about Trump as your candidate?
I am. Donald Trump is going to win, and he's going to win big today. Ignore all those polls. Ignore all the talking heads that are out there. This is going to be a repeat of 2016, maybe even bigger.
Awesome. What's your favorite policy that Trump supports?
Well, I mean, the fact of the matter is that here's a guy who had everyone against him, right? The establishment, academia, Congress, you name it, the big social media, all these people are against him, and he's accomplished more in his first 4 years than any president since FDR, and all policies that made America better. You know, from economic to peace to negotiating peace in the Middle East to keeping us strong to bringing pride back into America, protecting our First Amendment right of freedom of speech, you name it. This guy stands up for what America believes in, right?
How do you feel about the pandemic right now and the whole mask thing?
I think it's completely overrated. While I do understand and appreciate the seriousness of it, I think that unfortunately the media has made it they've sown the seeds of panic, and of course that is the whole Democratic platform, right? Is the pandemic. If you can convince enough people that the president has not done a good job with the pandemic, then the other guy has a magic plan which is exactly the same as the president's, and that's supposed to make everybody better.
How do you feel about the whole Black Lives Matter movement going on right now?
It's the biggest farce that I can think of in recent history. I mean, these young people, unfortunately, they've been indoctrinated. I would love to walk over there and actually have a talk with them about the facts of Black Lives Matters, and that this has been hijacked by a bunch of Marxists who can care less about black lives and simply want to turn this country into a socialist country. It has nothing to do with black lives whatsoever. And if they were open to listening to the facts around what they think represents systemic racism, they would soon understand that there is no systemic racism, and that this is all a ploy, and this is all about hijacking a narrative to promote socialist goals.
Okay, awesome. Can I ask you guys what your favorite policy from Trump is?
Economics.
Policy on economics?
And in the border as well. I think that people should come over into this country that are legal the right way. So I feel pretty strongly about that, and I think he's done a great job for our country.
You guys are down with backing out of the Paris Agreement?
I am, absolutely.
Okay. How do you guys feel about the pandemic and the whole masks thing?
I think he's handled it well.
I think he's done a really good job. I mean,
I agree.
I don't know what else he could have done differently.
How do you feel about the Black Lives Matter movement?
I think all lives matter.
I think people that are supporting it don't understand the root behind it. The people that founded it are trained Marxists. And I think anyone that, like these kids over here, I think they all have good intentions, but it's not a good group. I think it's a lot of the riots are
Can you tell me how you define a Marxist?
communists trained, and they're for the socialism, not what the United States was founded on.
Isn't like Soviet communism, or?
I suppose.
Tell me about your reaction to what ended up happening with the wall.
I feel like what's happening with the wall is, I'm glad that it happened. I'm glad that he was able to extend the wall. And I feel like pretty strongly that people should come into this country legally like my parents did. I'm first generation here, and they should come in the right way. And I don't believe these kids were put in cages like they make it sound, and the cages were built before Trump. So
You don't believe the cages are real?
I think they might be real, but I don't think Trump was responsible for them, no. And I don't believe he would put a child in a cage and just leave them there. I don't think that's at all what happened. I think they're well taken care of. And I think a lot of these kids, they come in with people that aren't even their parents. And where are their parents? Why aren't they coming to get them if there's these 500 children that are supposedly sitting there?
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. So, who you guys out here supporting today?
Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Yes. Human rights, yes. Essentially.
Did you guys organize this?
We did, yes, the two of us. Mostly Raylan. But
Lauren did a lot of art. She made digital posters to spread online and stuff. I just sent the information out.
Raylan got the group together as well, but I know we both had wanted to do something like this for a long time, so.
Awesome. Is there anything you want to say right now about like the current administration and how you feel about it?
Oh gosh, what can I say? I think that the current administration is a mockery of American democracy, and that we really need to come together as a nation and stand up for human rights, and that Joe Biden may not be the perfect candidate, but he's the candidate that we need right now to bring the country together and to bring human rights back to the surface of American politics.
I
Awesome.
literally could not have said it better myself. Basically, why we're here today is because we believe in human rights, and we believe in supporting a candidate that supports human rights. Although he may not be our ideal candidate, that's what we're here for. There's a lot of systemic racism that needs to be addressed. It's like, I don't really know how to put it into words.
And I think the Supreme Court right now is a mess.
Definitely.
We need to really, the fact that Amy Coney Barrett was rushed in during an election is just, like I said, it's an absolute mockery of democracy and what this country should stand for. And immigration, what's going on at the border, is disgusting. The fact that abortion is still being debated, the fact that marriage equality is still being debated. We really need to this administration does not represent the American people or what the future of America is.
Awesome. Thoughts about the environment?
You
or
take
do
this
you guys
one.
feel like
Oh my
you said
God.
enough?
You take
I'm
it.
a very passionate person. I'm very passionate about the climate. Greta Thunberg is like my idol. I love her. I watch the debates and they talk a lot about fracking, and I just think I don't like fracking. We need to cut back our carbon emissions. It's really dangerous. I think Casey is a sign that says like we literally have 7 years left before there's irreversible damage to the climate, and we need to address this right now.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for the
And would you vote again?
Absolutely.